Abby, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a spring makeup tutorial. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe so you can check out my other videos when I upload. And other than that, let's just hop right on into the video. To start off, I'm going to be priming with my Makeup Revolution concealer. And I'm just putting a bunch of that on the lid and blending it out with a damp beauty blender. So for this first step, I'm going to be using the Bdellium Tools 776 blending brush, and I'm going to be going into my Morphe 35B palette and taking this shade right here. It is pretty much identical to my concealer shade, and I'm just going to kind of pat that on the crease and blend it out a little bit, just to make blending the next few shades a little bit easier. Then I'm going into this kind of periwinkle lilac-y shade, and that is going to be my transition shade. I'm going to be applying that into the crease and blending it upwards towards my brow bone. Then I'm going to be going into this shade right here, and I'm also going to be applying that to the crease. Then I'm switching to my Morphe E17 brush and dipping into this cranberry shade right here. I'm going to be applying that to the outer corner. I'm like packing it on. And then once the product is packed on, I'm going to start blending it into the crease. Then I'm going to be taking the other brush again, and I'm going back into a combination of the lilac shade and the other one. And I'm going to be using that to blend out the shade in the crease. Now I'm going back to my Morphe E17, and with the same cranberry shade, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to be repeating those two steps, applying the cranberry shade, blending it into the crease, and then taking the other two shades on my blending brush to blend that out. And I'd say I'm going to probably do this like maybe 3 more times. Now that I've done that, I'm going to be taking my Makeup Revolution concealer and this little brush, and I'm going to be cutting the crease halfway. Then I'm going to be taking the Morphe M506 brush and dipping into this shade right here. I'm going to be applying that right over the concealer. And I'm kind of aiming for just the middle because I'm going to take a second brush in a second and get around the edges. Okay, so now like I said, I'm going to be taking the Morphe M149 brush, going back into that shade, and this is where I'm going to go around the edges to make sure it's nice and crisp. Now I'm going to be switching off between the brush that I used to apply the cranberry shade and the brush that I used to apply the kind of tealish shade, and I'm going to be switching off between those two shades to blend this section together right here. Then I'm going to be taking a clean Morphe M506 brush, and I'm dipping into this purple shade. And that is going to go right here on the outer corner, and then we're going to blend it upwards. Next, I'm going to be taking my NYX glitter glue, and I'm just going to put a dot on the back of my hand to dip into. I'm going to be using the same brush I used for concealer, and I'm taking just a little dip at a time, and then I'm applying it around the edge of the blue shade. Now I'm grabbing my glitter from Super Glitters, and I'm going to be taking the shade Golden Tiara. I believe this is the metallic glitter. I'm just going to set it down on the table so you won't be able to see me dipping into it, but I'm going to take this brush and dip into it just a little bit. So I have some on the tip of my brush, and then I'm just going to pat it right on the glitter glue. And I'm getting some like around the edges where there is no glitter glue, but I'm going to go back and fix that up in a second. Now I'm going to take the Morphe M149 brush that had the teal shade on it, and I'm just going to kind of like wipe, and whatever's not adhered to the glitter glue should come off. I keep feeling like I'm out of focus. I'm going to be really mad if I watch this back and I am out of focus, so. For lashes, I'm going to go off camera and apply Villain Lashes in the style Queen of Hearts, and then I'll be back for the face. So first thing I'm going to be doing is priming. I'm going to be taking my Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I'm going to be applying that pretty much all over my face. Then I'm taking my Benefit Professional Pearl, and I'm going to be taking just a little dot of that. I'm going to be applying it around the sides of my nose and my upper cheeks, like under my eyes. And then whatever is left over, I'll either apply to my forehead, like my wrinkles on my forehead, or my chin. For foundation, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Soft Beige. I'm just going to apply it all around my face, and then I will be blending it out with a damp beauty blender. So next I'm going to be taking my Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm applying it, I missed a thing, I'm applying it in like a, I missed it again, what is wrong with me? In like a triangle type shape. And since I did that Tina Halada makeup tutorial, I actually have been putting a little bit on these areas just to brighten them up. So we're going to do that today. I have concealer all over my hands. And then I'm going to blend it out starting with the eyes. Then I'm going to go in and just set my under eyes really quickly with my Coty Loose Airspun powder. And then I'm going to take a darker shade of the Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm going to wipe off that like little excess. I'm just going to go like 1, 2, 3. And then up here I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's literally it. Because if I do more, it'll turn out like how it did in that one video. We do not want that. So I'm just going to blend it out with like the back side of the Beauty Blender. Now I'm going back into my Coty Loose Airspun powder, and I'm just going to be setting my whole face now that we're done with the cream. For bronzer, I'm taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and going right over the little cream contour-ish thing. I'm also bringing it down like the sides of my face where we did not do that cream contour, because I figured that was a little risky. Didn't want to mess up the eyebrows. So we're just going to take it with a powder. going to be taking the Becca blush in Snapdragon, and I'm going to be applying a little bit of that to the apples of my cheeks and blending it backwards towards my hairline. So now for the part that I'm like most excited about, I'm going to be using the Anastasia and Amrezi highlighter, and I love this highlighter. I've used it like 3 times before, and it's pretty close to being my favorite, along with the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's such a nice highlighter because like it can go on like a natural, just like subtle glow, then you can continue to build it up more and more. And obviously I love a blinding highlight, but it is just amazing. Even it looks gorgeous even when it's like natural, but then as you continue to like build it up and get more and more pigment, it's like incredible. Now that I've done that, I'm going to do the step that I have done a little bit recently, and I'm going to be taking the Ofra, what is this? I don't even know what this is called exactly. It's the Face and Body Mineral Shimmer in White Diamonds, and this stuff is amazing. It's like kind of glittery, but once you put it over a highlighter, it looks incredible. So I'm going to do that now and you'll see. It's kind of like a finely milled like glitter highlighter, and it looks absolutely amazing when you put it over another highlighter. Like, see, I'm like glowing a million times more. And I love it on the tip of my nose because I love when my nose is just like blinding. Like, I love cheekbone highlights, but that's probably like my second favorite thing to highlight. Like my nose highlight, I feel like I have to look like Rudolph without like the red nose. Like Rudolph the white-nosed reindeer. Or I guess gold, depending on what highlight I use. See, and now I'm just like really glowing. We're gonna take some, I'm gonna put it on my collarbones as well. Now I'm gonna be spraying MAC Fix Plus all over my face to just like melt it all together. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving on to the lower lash line. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M506 brush and dipping into the cranberry shade. And I'm just going to start off with a little bit because I don't want to make it too intense too fast. We're going to start at the outer corner of the lower lash line and bring it in towards the center. That looks good. So I'll just do a little bit like I just did for that one, and I'll do it on the other side too. And then I'm taking my Morphe M149 brush and dipping into that shade right there, and I'm gonna go, I need a little mirror for this one. I'm going to take it just right under the lower lash line. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Sumptuous Bold Volume Lifting Mascara by Estee Lauder, and I'm going to apply that off camera. So for lips, first I'm going to line my lips with this like e.l.f. liner. I'm not sure if it's actually a liner. I don't really think so because the shape is kind of weird, but I use it as a liner anyway. Then I'm going to be taking the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Magic Wand. Then I'm going to be taking the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Charming. I'm going to put that right over the top. And then this right here is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!